What up, it's your boy Dvrth back at it again with another video, and today we're here with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Last episode, we ended off on an insane note after a lot of dialogue that was actually really interesting, but ended off on a very insane note with getting back to present time, Jolene being in the, not, at first I called it solitary confinement, but not exactly solitary confinement, more just like high security. Jolene being in high security, all the doors being unlocked for the high security cells, and somebody, whether it is Poochie or somebody who Poochie gave the power to, using what's it called, Survivor. Use Survivor to get the guards angry. Guard is going absolutely primal, and it seems like we're about to get a fight. Now granted, it should be relatively easy to just dirt the guard because Jolene has a stand. Then again, we don't know who else has a stand, and I guess we also don't know if the guard himself has a stand, because he probably would have used it if he did, but then again, with the nature of Survivor and affecting brains and stuff, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But more or less likely, somebody of the people that actually got set free is gonna have a stand, and that's gonna be the fight. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something totally different, the best place in that in is always my social media. Links gonna be in the description below. We also have Patreon if you want these episodes early in the full-length reaction, in Discord if you want to talk more JoJo. So with all that being said, let's get our headphones, make sure they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Fight club time. Hey, it's just about to be hard. Okay, this is about to be fun. I actually want to see this battle royale. Oh shit! Oh my god, he looks hardcore. Unless does he have Survivor? He could have Survivor. Oh fuck! Yeah, you're being manipulated. Oh shit, bitch! Oh shit, bitch! Nice. Ooh, oh god, it's dumbass. Oh fuck, this is a fight for it. Oh, this is hands. That's crazy. Ooh, his leg though, fucked. Right. Okay, so everybody has this this effect now, which is good. Oh, he's choking my nigga out. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Just break his neck. There you go. There you go. Make it. Ooh, the sweet chin music. Oh, the sweet chin music. God. Ooh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? The guard? Somebody gave him a fucking stand. Or not somebody, Poochie gave him a stand. Yeah, that's a bad wound. Like, I know people get hurt, like really crazy injuries in this show, but that's a bad wound right there. Nice. Good shit. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, shit. Ooh. Oh, this is hands and feet. Okay, now we gotta figure out what the fuck his stand does. Right. Ooh. Bro, hey, Jolene's kind of cold in a fight. And she's Jotaro's daughter, so of course she's cold in a fight. That. Oh, look at my dog. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Oh. You're not even gonna get a chance to use that bitch ass stand. Or the fuck not. I'm a fucking. What is he doing? I don't even know what you're getting hit with. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Something. Oh, he's losing it. He is losing it. Oh, he's tapped. What? What is happening? What is he bringing something from the sky? Oh, fuck. What is his stand doing? What is happening? Oh my god, this is an intricate ass fucking headlock he got her in. Oh, fuck. What's the twist, bud? What's the twist? Oh my god, the rock bottom. Oh, is it? Wait, what is it doing? Is it actually bringing some? What is it? What, a plane, nigga? Is it like bring planes or objects from the sky or something? Oh my fucking god! Bro. They're asteroids. It pulls things out of the atmosphere. Oh, what the fuck? This shit great. Right. I'm still real. I'm still the head honcho. You are really dead set on that, and I can't blame you. I can't. I mean, he trying to fuck. I don't blame him. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Oh shit. Ah! What the fuck? Oh my! Oh, it's gonna burn up before it hit. Ooh, maybe not. It burned up before it hit him. Oh my god! Gee, oh, this is some hard. Oh, this is UFC, nigga. What is going on? Ooh. Huh? Oh! Ew, what the fuck? It's fucking disgusting and I love it. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, this fighting. Oh, it's sick. Oh, he said it. Roll credits. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Yo, I don't have shit philosophical to say about this episode. This shit is just brutal. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's the bone. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I get that this is serious, but we need that bone. Oh. Fuck. Ooh, that's a kick. Oh, that's a kick for real. Oh, goddamn. Stars. Oh my god. Oh, bro, this is a fight. This is a fight. Oh fuck. He said it's over. She said the words. She said the phrase. It's over now. Is that a part of? Oh. Oh. Good shit blocking it though. Oh. Nigga took a boot to the face. Jesus, he still beat his ass. Oh, this shit is hard. Holy fuck. It is not this bitch. She is that bitch. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh. Oh, this was a nah, this was a fight. This was a fight. Watch credits. Thank you very much. This was a fight. Holy fuck. Bro, that was like one of the best fights in like JoJo. Like is that sacrilegious to say? Is that sacrilegious to say? I don't think that's sacrilegious. That was one of the best fights in JoJo. Like that's got to be like shit. Top 5 to 3 at least, right? That shit's hard. That would and maybe it was just because that fight was like literally hands, like I said. Like that fight was actually like just straight up. It wasn't straight up hands because that nigga was throwing meteors, but like that was hands. That oh my god. That's some crazy shit, bro. That is some crazy shit. Oh, that was a fight. That was a fight. I don't know how else to say it. That was a fight. I like I said during the episode, I have zero philosophical things to say. I don't have anything to break down. I don't like. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, oh yeah, I'm not, I have nothing to say. What I can say that was a fight. That was one of the best fights in JoJo. That was really good. And what made it so good is that like I was saying, in JoJo you don't really get like hands for real. Like you get some choreographed like fights where like shit looks pretty cool and like some crazy shit's happening and stuff like that. This seemed less like a fight and more like a brawl. This was one of the very few brawls that we've had in JoJo. I think that's what made this fight so entertaining to watch. It's like I said, it oh my god, like you just don't see hands in JoJo. Like of course there's the battle rush and like people doing the oras and the muras and stuff like that, and just like straight up punching. Like that's like 50% of JoJo's like people just getting repeatedly punched. That is what it's all about. But a lot of this fight was just like not super technical, but it was literally Fight Club. It literally felt like every time somebody got hurt, it was brutal. It wasn't just like, oh, let's trade blows. It was, I am going to do what I have to do to survive. Like every time somebody got put into a headlock, somebody got punched, kicked, like it was brutal. Jolene was getting her like knuckles just torched and cut, abrasions everywhere, lacerations and all this other shit. Like she at some point used her strings to puncture his eardrum, go through his eye, and pull him down like that. Like it, oh my god, it was so fucking brutal. It was so fucking brutal. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was so brutal. I just don't know what to say. Like that was some sick shit. The toenail. I don't know if anybody's watched SpongeBob. But there's an episode of SpongeBob where Squidward fucks up his toenail, and I remember watching that episode as a kid and being scarred for life. I never wanted to stub my toe or anything to fall on my toe since that day. Like I saw that episode and I was like, I gotta keep my toes safe at all times, right? That scarred me for life. Seeing that scene brought back PTSD memory. Like I was like, not the toes again. Like that was so brutal. And just, I mean, I'm speaking in circles right now, but like that was what made this fight so fucking great. Like the choreography in this fight seemed so much so much pronounced than your usual JoJo fight, you know. Like I said, you have the battle rush and stuff, like all that's cool, but very few times do you get a fight in JoJo where you feel like both of these people are using their stands but are also just like straight up fighting with their actual bodies. Now granted, I do know that like stand users do that thing where like they kind of coat themselves in their stands, and it kind of like gives them a boost. Jotaro specifically does it quite a bit. In part 3 he does it quite a bit. So there's that, of course. You know, there's semantics in it where it's like, well, you know, actually, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But this was this was so well choreographed. This just felt like an actual fight. It's not to say that other fights in JoJo don't feel like actual fights, but they feel more like battles, right? They feel more like chess matches in a way. This is the first time where it didn't really feel like a chess match. Like I didn't expect anybody to get like outsmarted or anything. I just expected somebody to get outworked. Like that was all it was. I didn't expect Jolene to be like, oh, the trajectory of in Joe Montana, you know, like I didn't expect any of that, right? Of course she did the whole brick and shoe thing and blocked it, but that just also seemed like somebody just outworking somebody else in a fight. So yeah, a lot of JoJo fights, and that's what makes JoJo fights great, right? Is that a lot of JoJo fights feel more like chess matches than actual brawls. But to get so many chess matches and really enjoy them, when you finally get an actual brawl, you kind of just sit there like, I didn't know that I really wanted this until I got it, and I didn't know I missed this until I got it. So yeah, this was a fantastic. Oh my god, I don't know how much I could say, but this was such a good fight. This was such a good fight. Like I said, I have no like super in-depth thing to say about JoJo. about about this episode, I should say, because it was just mostly fight.
Sorry,
but
I don't have an answer for that.
every blue moon, Alexa just kind of like decides that she wants to be a part of a video. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to start just unplugging her when I press record, because it's pissing me off now. But what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted, I don't have anything like super in depth to talk about, but we did get a glimpse. There's two things that I will talk about a little bit that may seem like may seem to be going into like crazy wacko territory. Hey, put on your tinfoil hat. So I will say this. This was a fantastic fight, amazing fight. I loved every bit of it. This was this is probably one of my favorite, if not like, Darby's fight was still cold because it was poker. But this fight definitely is going in like my top 3. And the choreography was insane. It completely sold it for me. This was a great fight. Love the brutality, love the choreography, loved the voice acting and the stand powers and all this other stuff. All that was great. But now we're going to talk a little bit about things that don't exactly pertain to this episode and more like theories and stuff like that. So if that, if that kind of runs a little too long for you, it's probably a great time to click off. But appreciate you all that other stuff, all the other outro stuff. Let's get into two things I want to talk about this episode that kind of came to mind in between like the fight. One, we did see the bone. It seems to just be like rolling around and going to, it's probably just coming close to Jolene, mostly because the thing is, like, we don't really know what form the bone will take. It just seems to be like a bone now, but it seems to be going towards Jolene because she is a Joestar, mostly because, as we talked about before, Dio, since it's Dio's bone and Dio had Jonathan's body, technically whatever comes from the resurrection of that bone is technically a Joestar. Technically. Now, of course, that gets a little weird when you start talking about, like, what about Dio's genes, like, in his blood, like, kind of merging with Jonathan's, and how much of it is Dio, how much of it is Jonathan when it comes to genes after the vampire genes and stuff, all that. Okay, yeah, whatever, bottom line, it is probably a Joestar. Like, and to be honest with you, when it comes to like offsprings of Dio, no matter who the mother is, or mother or father is, because some wild shit can happen with Dio and vampire powers and everything else that goes on in JoJo. But no matter who the secondary parental figure is, if it's Dio's offspring, it is always Dio and Jonathan's offspring. It is never Dio and this lady's kid. Like, even when Dio had Giorno, I never really saw Giorno's mom as Giorno's mom. It wasn't just because Giorno's mom was a dickhead. It was more like Jonathan and Dio's genes are so strong that whenever Dio has a kid or has an offspring, a product of himself, it is almost always mostly Jonathan and Dio as the parents instead of that like that person is just like 1% of whoever the fuck the offspring becomes. So In this case with the bone, I have to assume that no matter what, this thing is technically a Joestar, so it's going to be attracted to. It's going to be attracted to. Fuck. What's her name? Jolene. Because obviously she's a Joestar. Now, what this means for Jolene is that whatever this thing becomes, Jolene has a better chance of befriending it. Now, granted, of course, there was people like Giorno where we weren't sure what exactly Giorno would do. Like even Jotaro was like, I didn't go to Italy because I wasn't sure how the blood of Dio would react to me being close to Giorno. You know, like we didn't know if Giorno would like lose it and then attack Jotaro. We don't really know. But what we did see in part 5 is that Giorno ended up being a decent person. Very early into the show, we saw that Giorno was a decent person, right? So it's not exactly that Dio's offsprings, products, sons, daughters, whatever, are like antagonistic to the Joestar bloodline. In fact, they seem pretty like okay. They seem just to be drawn to. There hasn't exactly been any proof that a product of Dio would be like super angry about a Joestar being in their vicinity. We've only seen proof that a product of Dio will gravitate to a Joestar. So that's why I say that whatever this thing becomes and whatever Pucci needs this thing to become, it is more likely, or not more likely, but Jolene has a better chance of intercepting it simply because she's a Joestar. So I'm not exactly sure what Pucci needs the bone to be, or what Pucci needs to actually, needs the bone to do. I don't know what his plan for the bone is. I mean, like we've had like a couple theories of the bone being like a vessel for Dio. So like when they go to heaven, Dio can also see it and like technically be a part of heaven. Like that is, we've talked about that. And or it could be a weapon, something to that effect, right? Whatever it is, all in all, Jolene will have a better chance of intercepting it, which is good for our side, of course, but it doesn't really rule out the effect of whatever this thing is going to do, because since it is going to be a Joestar, since it is going to be an offspring or a product of Dio, this thing is going to have a stand. Like it has to, right? Like there's no way it doesn't have a stand, right? It would be one of the biggest twists of JoJo if it didn't have a stand. It was just completely normal, right? Which it won't be normal because it's basically a reincarnation of some of Dio's dead body. So no, it's not going to be normal, but that would be a twist if it was. So this thing's going to have a stand. Whatever that stand is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it would be, but we don't know how harmful it could be to just have around, right? Like I said, it could be a weapon. Like the bone could be used as a weapon, but if it's an independent like being instead of just, well, it's going to be an independent being. I would assume so, since it's reincarnated. But if it's going to be, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that this is going to be like a huge X factor. We don't know what it will do, but whatever it does do, we have to be vigilant whether we intercept it or not. So there's that. Um, what would it be? I don't think he would use it as a weapon. I see it more as the thing to be more as a vessel than a weapon, because no, because he could just, if it does have a stand, he could just take the thing out, its like disc out. Now we're getting into muddy territory that I don't really know what to say about. But point being, whether it's a weapon, monster, or like I said in the last episode, it's probably just like a actual human. So it'll probably go through like a human life cycle of baby, toddler, teenager, adult, blah blah blah, you know. Regardless of what it is, which actually, now I think about it, that would line up with it being a vessel. So yeah, it's probably like it's probably a human, and it'll be used as a vessel instead of a weapon per se. Now it could be used as a weapon because, like we said, it's gonna have a stand. It has to have a stand. And if it did have a stand and it was a vessel, and it's a vessel for something, because if something's a vessel, it has to have something in it. And like, yeah, it was reincarnated from Dio, but if it has like it, wait, I'm making my head hurt by not making any sense. Because what we're essentially making here, right, is like a homunculus, right? And this may be because I'm like a month or two off of Full Metal Alchemist. But what we're essentially making here is a homunculus, and a homunculus in this regard would need some type of it would need something in it for it to be a vessel, whatever it is. No, because the bone is the thing, right? I don't know, but it's a vessel in the sense of it being Dio, being able to get to the end. And okay, yeah, this is tinfoil hat for real. This is tinfoil hat for real. This is tinfoil hat for real. But I'm going all the way in. So it would have to be a vessel for Dio, because it is Dio, it's Dio's offspring. So it's a vessel for Dio to get to the end. But if we do get to the end, right, and if wait, okay, see, we still gotta hang on, whoa. I feel like I'm on the cusp. I feel like I'm on the cusp of something. So give me some time. Hang on. So vessel for Dio, it to see the end. But how would it see the end with, like, because we still don't even know how Pucci, like, if his plan is to get to heaven, we still don't exactly know how he plans to do it, outside of like the whole speed up time theory that we had like a while ago, which the further we get into JoJo, the more I'm like, I don't know how much I believe it. But that's quite literally the only way you would get to the heaven that Pucci is talking about. So if we were to do that, how else would anything survive that? Because used to be a time niggas just start dying. I'm okay. I just confused myself. No, wait. Okay, I got it. Don't even trip. I got it. So if this is a homunculus in the way that I'm thinking, right, and like we think about like Full Metal Alchemist, right, and we look at Pucci like father, he can absorb that nigga. He can absorb that nigga, and then they can both see it, because technically, because you remember how like father, hang on, whoa, spoilers. spoilers for Full Metal Alchemist. If you haven't seen it, sorry. Light spoilers, very light, very light, very light. But if you remember like how Full Metal Alchemist was, and how that kind of ended, Poochie could absorb what. How would he absorb? What's a homunculus? What? And it's JoJo. What's out of the realm of possibility? They could merge or some shit, right? And then that's how they both see heaven together, because then it would technically be like Poochie being able to bring him along, I think. Okay, we're gonna get off that subject because I am now feeling like I spent way too long talking about stuff that probably when I go back and edit everything's gonna sound really stupid, and now I'm getting self-conscious and I don't want to talk about it. But that, I mean, I don't know. That was the one thing. Second thing is I don't know what his stand name is, actually. The guard. I don't know his stand name, and I guess I could go back and see what it was. But I guess this also has a little something to do with Poochie's final plan. But the guard, his stand power is really fucking strong, right? And we've had a lot of stand powers that are really strong, but this guy is almost effectively a nobody, right? Like, he's just a guard. Now, granted, he had a disc, so it was given to it. Obviously, it was given to somebody, or it was given to him from somebody. But yeah, so never mind. It was given to him to somebody, or it was given to him from somebody. So. But that still doesn't matter. My point being is that this is a really fucking strong stand. It kind of reminded me of back in part 4, in the beginning of part 4, where we talked about the idea of stand singularity, right? And a lot of JoJo seems to be kind of pointing at the idea, right? Maybe not specifically stand singularity, but the rush. Or not the rush, but the upcoming of a singularity point, right? And it's something that I've always thought about, like I said, since part 4, because it's such a, like, when you think about it, and you think about all the stands that we've seen so far, right? That we've just seen. When you think about all the stands that we haven't, in the extremely crazy stands that we haven't seen that have ridiculous powers like this, it could become very problematic for the universe itself, for these stands to continue to get this strong, right? A lot of this part has seemed like the end of like JoJo. Like, it seemed like a lot of this part is like gearing up for the end. I don't know what part, like, because there's still part 7, 8, and is there a 9? Somebody always tells me if there's a 9 or not, and I always forget just like that. I'm like, is there a 9? But there's part 8 or 7, 8, and maybe 9. And so there's more to the story, but the feeling of this story just seems so, this is the end, right? And seeing all these really ridiculously strong stands ever since like part 3, and them getting more and more ridiculous, in like more and more like nobody's just having these things. It just reminds me of that, of the theory of a singularity point, right? Where, like, if it's not about stands, I feel like it's on the horizon just for the story itself. It's like a way that maybe the manga isn't exactly teasing, like being on the nose about it, but it seems like seeing all these crazy stands kind of just shows me how close we are to that singularity point. Because how much stronger can you get from like Giorno, Jolene, possibly Jotaro, this guy, Dio, Okayasu, like all these people, Vanilla Ice, like these people have stand power, and those are just the ones that we've seen. These people have stand powers that, like, if people continue to have crazier and crazier stand powers, at some point somebody has a power that just ends it all, right? Which technically is looking like it's probably going to be Poochie, whatever his plan is. Like, but then again, Poochie's like power, when we get down to brass tacks, that shit don't do nothing for real. I mean, it steals other powers, but that shit don't do nothing for real. Which is why I say we still don't even know what Poochie's plan is. We just have theories of what his plan is. We don't, like, I say we, I don't exactly know how he would get to that point, which is why I keep saying that, like, the more I watch part 6, the more I'm like, the whole, like, that theory may have been like a bit of a reach. It may have been a bit of a reach. Like, the idea of what he's talking about lines up perfectly with that. Like, it makes sense. That's what he's trying to do from what he's talking about. But seeing like what he can do, as strong as of a stand power that is, it feels like a reach, because how do you get from there to there, right? So I'm not 100% sure on that one. Still, I'm wavering on that theory now, because it just doesn't make sense. His stand power just doesn't do anything. It doesn't do shit. I mean, like I said, it's really strong, but it doesn't do anything unless he stole somebody else's stand power. But then why wouldn't that person might just not would have wanted to have done it. Because I guess he could just steal somebody's stand power that could. I guess, okay, I don't know. I'm just saying shit now. But I guess it all kind of hinges on what exactly Dio wrote down in his Bible. Like, what it seems like this will be more of like a 10-step process more than like a full-on memoir and Bible of his ideals and stuff. Because I feel like he would have just said that to Poochie, right? This, like, the Bible seems more like, the more I think about it, it seems more like this is how you do this. Like, these are the launch codes, right? And nobody can really figure it out. Like, even though, like, Jonathan read it and, like, he did nothing with it. So obviously it is literally like launch codes. You look at it and you're like, I don't know what that is. But the person that does know what to do with that information is going to cause mass destruction. So I don't know how he gets from point A to point B. He would need somebody else's stand. And we don't know. Jolene? No, Jolene just has strings. As far as we know, Jolene doesn't have anything like super crazy. They had the world. He does have the world. But he just would have, it was incompatible. So we don't know anybody in the story so far that would have the power to help Father Poochie in this endeavor. So I don't know. No, yeah, we do. Wait. Yeah, we do. Oh my God. I was about to end the discussion right there. No, we do have we possibly have somebody that could. The fucking bone. I don't know how I didn't think of this. This entire time I was thinking, yeah, bro, the theory seems a little iffy now. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. The bone. We don't know what the stand power will be. As I said before, obviously whatever that bone turns into has to have a stand. Whether it is a vampire bat, a fucking monster, Dio himself, or just a baby like we talked about before, the stand, like this, it will have a stand. And I'm sure it's not going to have the world. Well, I'm about 50% sure that 40. I'm about 75% sure that the stand won't be the world. But it will have a stand. And whatever it is, that may be what Poochie needs in order to get to point B. Oh shit. Oh shit. I think I just cracked the case. Well, it didn't crack the case, but like, oh shit, I think we figured it out. Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Who knows? That might also be a reach, but it makes sense that we don't know what the bone will turn into, and we don't know what stand power the bone will have when it turns into something. So it could, while we talked about like, yeah, we just intercepted ourselves and it'll be fine, but if at any point Poochie does get a hold of it and he does do the whole father thing, then he can make a case for getting to heaven, depending on what the power is, and if it has a stand power at all. It probably will, but now he could make a case for himself. He could definitely make a case for himself. That might be how it all wraps up, or at least how we get into like the end game for real. Yeah, that I don't know how I didn't think of that before. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think I've done enough rambling. Like I said, after talking that long, it's a possibility that I just spent like 30 minutes to 45 minutes making a fool of myself. So yeah, that is something that I'll have to, like, not have to, but something that's gonna be on my mind for now, because yeah, okay, yeah. I'll think about it more, but until then, I think I've talked enough. This was a really good episode, as I said before. This was like top 3 fights for me, man. This was really fucking good. I mean, really good. Choreography was great, all the other stuff, it was just fan fucking tastic. But I've trained myself to only watch 1 episode a week, so that's gonna be it for this week. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. We also have the full-length reaction to these episodes on there too. Yeah. We have Discord if you want to talk more JoJo or anything else that we're watching on the show. This is what happens when I talk too long. I start losing brain cells. Anything else that we're watching on the channel. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready, because we've said enough. I've said enough, and I need to shut up. As always, you guys stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.